Hi, I'm Greg Schwem. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and this is a comedian crashes your pad. I should have never given up water polo. What might have been. This is CNN. We're in Atlanta. That's how it should sound. Seriously, you drink a Pepsi in this town, you might as well just drive your Nissan through downtown Detroit. International Production and Processing Expo. It's right in front of me.
First stop, a local talk show where I had to explain what I was doing in this city, which is actually quite easy to navigate once you realize that no matter where you are, you're on Peachtree Street. Ask any native Atlantan for directions and you'll get this. All right, right now, y'all are on Peachtree Street. Here's what y'all want to do. You want to walk up to that light and take a left on Peachtree. Now, walk down about a quarter of a mile, but if you hit Peachtree, y'all are too far, so double back until you hit Peachtree. Have a peach tree of a day. Okay, they don't say that, but you get the idea.
Welcome to Cut and Mix. I'm Vanessa Hunley, DJ Audio Prism, here today with national touring comedian Greg Schwem. Yay! And many crowds have gone wild over this man.
It's the International Production and Processing Expo, IPPE. I deal in a lot of acronyms in the corporate world. So yes, I am doing a presentation for the North American Meat Institute, that's NAMI, which is part of the IPPE in Atlanta.
I love how you tend to customize
It all starts here.
your comedy to fit whoever you are speaking with.
Right. I've been writing meat jokes for the past week or so.
This is the only association I think I have ever worked for that has its own Pinterest page, where you actually push products that you think are interesting. So I was on this page, and I got to tell you, as somebody who was recently bitten by a dog, here is one product that you recommend that I will never, ever, ever purchase.
The idea of people who would open their homes to strangers with no questions asked, no vetting at all. I thought that's got to be kind of an interesting person, and people think comedians, they think that our job is telling jokes, but really our job is people. That's how we get the material we do, is we have to be out observing people.
Oh, almost forgot. You still haven't met my pad crash host, Nathan, a self-described shoe entrepreneur with a pad in an historic building in the heart of downtown Atlanta on, shockingly,
What's happening? How are you?
Chicken show's down.
That's where I'm. Why do you think I'm there? It's not the chicken show. It's the International Production.
It's the chicken show. It's the chicken show. It's the biggest chicken convention anywhere in the world.
There's
Georgia
more to
produces
it than
more
that.
chickens than any other state in the nation.
Okay, so you're excited about this.
I'm always, my rooms are always booked out for the chicken
For
show.
the chicken convention.
Once inside, I removed my shoes and got a tour of Nathan's pad. I should mention I was sharing his place with an unseen chicken show attendee,
You're overlooking the famous Coca-Cola sign.
but I got the good view, along with some fascinating conversation.
I've had astrophysicists crash my pad.
Have you really?
One time I had.
Did they talk at all?
One time I had NASA downstairs and I had Google in Midtown. Like, come on guys, we're going out for a beer. Comedians, I believe, tend to be, that's kind of a skill that melds with being an entrepreneur as well. You have to think about things in ways other people have not thought about them and combine things in ways that people haven't thought about. So
I've never thought about it that way, but I will tell you that this is a much better title than an astrophysicist crashes your pad.
Just need a place to stay for the night, preferably with a king bed. Oh, and a telescope. I dug on my shoes. You want to explain all this?
I took $100 and bought some shoes at the thrift store, and now I've got a whole condo full of shoes downstairs.
Okay.
About 20,000 shoes.
What do you do with them?
Sell them.
Really? Okay, so you're going to sell all these. These are all from thrift stores, and you're going to sell them? Other than restoring old shoes and selling them online, tell me a little bit about Nathan. Usually I ask that question before I check in. It eliminates surprises that I'd really rather not know about. Do I have to bring up what I learned about my host when I crashed a pad in Miami Beach?
I became a stripper, and I'm also a house flipper.
In your profile, you actually said you had a near-death experience, which is one of the reasons that I was attracted to you. Well, not that way.
Yeah, I was trying to set a world record, and
In what?
world's biggest idiot. And actually, I was going to cross the U.S., the first person ever to cross the continental United States on an electric motorcycle from Santa Monica, California to Savannah, Georgia, just for alliterative value, but I didn't get that far.
And what happened?
First person to cross the state of Oregon on an electric motorcycle and get run over.
So you walk out of the hospital in Oregon. You're on your way back to Atlanta.
And Dr. Sherrill said, Abbott, he said, you were a 5, have a nice flight.
Okay.
Meaning that I had a 5% chance of surviving based on the formula for your traumatic injuries. And
That's what doctors say when you leave. They said you had a 5% chance. Can't they just keep that information to themselves?
well, they did keep that information to themselves when I came out of the coma, because you don't want to tell your patient, hey, you're probably going to die. Welcome back. Welcome
you're
back.
a 5.
Probably not to live though.
Come back in an hour. Hey, now you're a 3.
Show you the hospital meal, yeah.
Or you're,
Show you your
hey, now you're a 7. You're making
exactly.
improvement.
But I had a dream every night for a year of my last 5 minutes of my life. I don't remember anything about the actual accident, but I remember that I was looking back in my life, and it was Judgment Day only. I wasn't being judged. I was judging my own life. I didn't regret the things that I didn't buy. I didn't regret the nicer car, the condo on the higher floor, whatever. I didn't regret the other business I didn't start. I didn't regret those things. I regretted not taking the time to talk to my mom on the phone, or tell my secretary. She said, hey, Nathan, your little brother's on the phone. And I said, well, tell him I'll call him back, and then I wouldn't. That was my perspective that changed, was the realization that I could die at any moment.
Well, it's interesting because I should mention that we are shooting this the day after the Kobe Bryant tragedy, and that's what's all over social media right now, is don't put off things tomorrow that you can do today. It's very interesting. I'm staying one night. That's not too long, is it? See you later, Nathan. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, whatever.
I always like to leave my hosts a parting gift. In Nathan's case, I didn't have to think that hard. Some comedians work in comedy clubs. When you're a corporate comedian, you work in processing halls.
Would you please join me in welcoming Greg Schwem?
And a very, very good afternoon to the North American Meat Institute as part of the International Production and Processing Expo. After that sentence, I think it's safe to say my career is officially on fire.
That joke killed when I was practicing it while walking along.
People who eat and go to the grocery store, pick up a package of hamburger or bacon, or really any meat product.
Do you think Nathan's Hot Dogs knows that the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is 1 floor below? I can't tell them that.
They have no idea.
None.
And it's really cool to see these machines in operation in the meat plant.
I have a hankering for a big slice of pink elephant.
It'll take your breath away.
Since I've been in Atlanta and I've said I'm going to be over there at the World Congress Center, what I get is, the chicken people. I've gotten the chicken people like 3 times. That has to make you feel a little inferior.
Number one challenge is labor. So when you think about this, these investments mean I can take the 8 people that do this job right now and move them somewhere else in the plant. It's not about replacing people, it's about redeploying them somewhere else. Trade shows in general are kind of funny.
Yes, they are.
I mean, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. We still like to kick the tires on things.
Yes, we do.
We like to see it and touch it and talk to somebody who can tell us about it. And
you can't get this stuff on Amazon.
I could have hung around and watched the meat and poultry industry do its thing all day long. But eventually I had to start rehearsing those steak and chicken jokes I'd been writing. Just curious, do chickens even have a sense of humor? Let's hope so.
Not bad.